we've had a mixture of fronts, rain for 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row. We've had winds from so many different directions that it's actually kicked everything up. And yesterday the water looked almost sand colored. That's not too good. So today's the first day it's settled down. We've got a north wind in mid-June, which doesn't really sound typical. Actually, it isn't. But hopefully that north wind will give us a little bit of protection from the island, a little bit of lee shore. We're going to get out to the rocks and see if we can't get some of those trout that have been waiting to be caught. Bridgeside Marina is the first marina right on the island. It's got probably the most slips of any of them. He's got fresh bait, and you've got some tremendous areas for docking your boat, several boat slips. There's a tournament down here just about every weekend, somebody's tournament. Some are open to the public. And of course you got the bridge right here, and the night fishing on the bridge is phenomenal. You can see the lights are still lit early this morning. All the fishermen have left. I guess they kind of wore themselves out fishing last night. The best time to fish the surf side of Grand Isle would be after what I call the summer pattern kicks in, where you know you're going to have your evening thunder showers. It's going to be hot. Get up real early, get out right at daybreak. You've got a great bite from, let's say, about a half hour before actual sunrise till about 9 o'clock. Gets a little tougher at that point, but that first few hours is just phenomenal. That's when the trout get right on the beach and they get into those little trenches and they chase their men as they get their morning breakfast. Well, we're just using a kind of a drop lead with a KO hook, a number 3 mustad, and we're just going to drop it right on the edge of those rocks, right on the down current side, which would be kind of like the calm water where the bigger trout should be. Well, we have a dead tide this morning. The water's just not moving at all. So the trout bite was real soft. So the beauty about Grand Isle is between waiting for that tide to get right, we can always run to these rigs right here and see if we can't pull us up a couple of these mangrove snappers. So that's the game plan for this morning. I just went full screen on that 3210, so we're going to see if we can't pick up, and look like we got fish at 28 to 35 feet of water. Fish on. Mangrove snapper. Okay, we were just drifting the live bait right by the rig, locating them with the sonar, and then dropping on top of them, letting the bait free fall with no weight. It's kind of a finesse tactic, but it'll catch the nice big ones. This is a medium size, and we're going to go back see if we can't get one close to double digits. Another fish. That's a nice trout. The jetty is first stop for a lot of fishermen on their way to Grand Isle. Right out the pass of Caminada. It's always got a bunch of boats, as you can see. The beauty of it is they're all catching fish. There's just that much of a resource. This morning there was a few boats, so we chose to hit other rocks and went offshore. Then we snuck back in this afternoon, and the bite is back on again. Nice trout. Catching some on, caught the first few on a Carolina rig, and we're picking them up on a cork, shrimp under a cork, working it, popping it, making the cork talk to the fish. Fish come over, see what the commotion is, see that shrimp, getting another fish in the box. All right, got another one on. Feels like a good one. Nice trout. Well, these fish come in batches, I imagine, because they bit real well, then they turned off. You just have to be persistent, keep casting. They turned back on again. Beautiful trout to add to the box.